A female jogger found dead in a marsh after being reported missing hours earlier. A search party was made up of family and police officers. They found the woman near 161st Avenue and 78th Street in Howard Beach. She has been identified as 30-year-old Katrina Vetrano. Pix 11's Anthony DiLorenzo joins us now with the latest. Anthony, and the worst part about the story, I guess it was her dad who actually found the body?
It was her dad that reported her missing, and it was her dad who set out with a search party and ultimately made that grim discovery right here behind me. And just a few minutes ago, her dad actually came back to the scene to speak with detectives. In fact, you can see the emergency services unit just came back to the scene to assist in the evidence collection that's going on deep beyond those weeds there. In fact, the head of detectives, Bob Boyce, is back there conferring with other detectives, and they are going to update us with what they know after 9 o'clock this morning. This whole story started to unfold yesterday after Vetrano went jogging and was reported missing, and then her body was ultimately found in there beyond the brush. The victim identified, of course, as we've been telling you all morning, 30-year-old Katrina Vetrano. She lived and worked here in Howard Beach. In fact, her family home isn't far from here. She was an avid jogger and working out along a path beyond the Belt Parkway, which you can see above from Air 11 this morning. We spoke with friends of the family, and apparently her dad had warned her all along not to go jogging back there alone. Alarmed that she never came home yesterday, her dad, who's retired FDNY, called police and reported her missing around 5. A search party went out and then made the discovery of her body here off 161st Avenue and 78th Street before 11 last night. Crime scene investigators now working to figure out how she got there and what happened. Neighbors, though, and everyone who knows the family, desperate for answers as well.
Usually, she always went jogging with her father inside the fields. But yesterday, she went on her own. After a few hours, they discovered that, she didn't come back. And she was, a lovely girl. Really, when she passed by, she knocked the eyes out of the guy's, head, and it's just a shame, She's a young, beautiful young lady. And, for this to happen.
So as we wait for word as to what happened to her, we know that the medical examiner will now take the body and determine that through an autopsy, where they will conduct that autopsy to determine the exact cause and manner of death. We also saw detectives going house to house here, some very stately houses here on this street, many of them with surveillance cameras. Maybe that could help clue them in into exactly what happened, but so far they're not saying anything.